What's up, y'all? I'm just coming, trying to make a video, trying to just shed some light on something I kind of heard yesterday. It kind of disturbed me. Something I heard from a girl that I know. We were talking about, girls being promiscuous and girls being hoes and this and that. And she was telling me that it's okay, to be a hoe. It's levels to wholeness as long as you have some morals. As long as you have some morals with the different guys you sleeping with, it's okay. As long as you are real with yourself and know that you're a hoe, it's okay. You can get respected. You know, I don't know what world we live in that hoes get respected, but I just want to shed something to y'all because I feel like, man, nobody's educating y'all because it's obvious by saying dumb shit like that. And like I said, I'm trying to keep my cursing to a minimum. But it's two ways you can go about this: morally, scientifically. So I'm gonna hit the scientific part first because that's the small scale to me anyway. This is factual. See, when men and women have sex, you understand that we exchange bodily fluids, okay? So when you exchange bodily fluids, you're exchanging DNA. It's something in our bodies, in our brains, called cerebral spinal fluid. You can find it in men, you can find it in your semen. You understand what I'm saying? So when you begin to have sex with multiple people, you exchange those bodily fluids, those cerebral spinal fluids. And when you exchange those fluids, you're exchanging DNA. And basically DNA, it learns from each other. It's basically a big just open library. It just learns from one another. So that's why you have couples who they've been together for years and they say, man, y'all starting to look alike. Yeah, they've been having sex, so they're exchanging DNA. So they do begin to take on each other's traits and personalities and facial features. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why, sometimes you see those like old women say, well, you gotta watch who you have sex with because you take on a spirit. That's really what they're essentially saying. So women, when you out here having sex with all these different dudes and you wonder why one day you're hot, one day you're cold, one day you sad, one day you're mad, that's why. You have so many different people's DNA mixing with each other, you're getting confused. That's the cause of maybe your up and down emotions, your bipolar activity, whatever you want to call it. And just on another note, like, why would you want so many niggas up in your box? Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's not a difference in standard. Like, we don't hold each other to the same standard because it's just we're not as. I guess it's not even the fact of anything to do with men. It's the fact that the vagina is so much more delicate than a penis is. Morally, how I want to look at it. I don't know. Number one, I don't know how you can be a hoe with morals. That's a contradiction. That's just not. That's just like being a Muslim that eats pork. You're a contradiction. One day you're going to be old. One day you're going to be somebody's mother. One day you're going to be somebody's wife. Do you want to walk up to multiple guys and say, oh yeah, I remember, yeah, I know your wife. Walk up to your son, be like, yeah, little nigga, how you doing? Tell your mama I say how you know what I mean? You don't want to put that on people. See, what we're doing is we're not thinking about down the road. We're not thinking about catching diseases. You can be free spirited and say, I'm single, I'm gonna fuck who I wanna fuck and all this kind of stuff, but you can go home, meet a guy and be just like, I'm gonna have sex with him, exchange oral sex, and then you wake up with syphilis. You can't, or herpes. That's something you can't get rid of. The herpes, you can't get rid of that. So because you're free spirited and you're a hoe and you just let everybody know you're a hoe, you're gonna catch AIDS. You're gonna catch syphilis, herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia. Some of you have it right now. Whoever watching this, some of you have just gotten rid of it. And that's okay with you. Why is that okay with you? Why don't you care about your temple? About your body? about what happens to you in the future, how you're perceived. See, people say we don't care about public perception so much that they do anything they want to out here. I think we should change that. You should care about public perception. Why would you want to be viewed as a hoe? Why would you want people to think that about you? Why would you want guys to think that it's easy to fuck you, easy to come inside of you? Why do you not love yourself that much? Are you that hot in the ass and that horny that you can't stand to have a couple sex partners? Is that too much to ask? I mean, really, what are we doing out here, man? And I'm not making a whole video, you know, a long 10 minute video doing this. I just want to just express that because I just don't see the leadership for these women out here. And I'm only concerned about women because that's what I'm trying to marry. That's what's gonna have my kids, a woman. So I'm only concerned about how these women act because they're the most important thing. Without women, we don't have anything. So I just it's very sad, man, that we have justifications for being a slut. We have justifications for catching head or giving head, excuse me, any time of day, any time of night. We have justifications for getting all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see like women out here posting sex memes. Like, you a thought. You somebody's daughter, somebody's, you know what I'm saying, sister. And you a thought. Most of y'all thoughts for real. You mean you can get mad at me all you want to, but I'm just calling it like it is. You meet a nigga, he got a good rap for like, you know what I'm saying, a month. And you let the nigga beat. Like, yo, you don't got no standards, man. Respect yourself. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying don't have sex. I'm just saying respect yourself. You can do everything in moderation. You don't drink a whole bottle of tequila in one night. You sip that shit one drink at a time. Everything comes in moderation. So, you know, it's either 0 or 100 with you women. It is middle, a middle plane. Everything's not black and white. It is shades of gray. You understand what I'm saying? So, just, hey man, just prepare yourself. Just make yourself valued. Value your spirit. Value your body. Value your mind. Value your self-worth. Because men not gonna respect you out here if you don't respect yourself. If you out here saying, yeah, I'm a hoe, we gonna be like, bet, yeah, you is a hoe. And then you wonder why, and then you get mad when a nigga call you a bitch. But you called yourself a hoe, so what's the difference? Look in the mirror before you look at us. I mean, we got our issues too, don't get me wrong. But I'm just speaking to the women right now. Because y'all have to set the standard. And then men will follow. But I just wanted to give it a quick little video. Just speak on that for a minute, and man, just be blessed, man.